Hey, what's going on, everyone? Happy Thursday. Hello there. We are back on the TriCraft server. So, welcome. Today, we got a few things planned. Not a lot of time to do it in. So, first things first, off camera, I made a couple small little tiny tree farms. They're itty bitty, but they're producing quite a bit, actually. This one's overflowing, actually. So, we're going to upgrade our base a little bit, upgrade storage, get these sent over into our storage system, and we'll probably use my favorite mod for that, modular routers. It's probably a better way to do it. I know I could do the whole kissy thing on the create mod, but yeah, I prefer routers. It'll be cleaner. I won't have to set up a docking station or whatever. And we'll get all that in there, but I have to make room for it first. Yeah, my storage is a little full, so what I'm probably going to end up doing is I'm going to take some of these blocks, like, the walnut wood here, maybe the dark oak. So I've got like walnut here, and then there and there, so I can put those in a 2x2, and then maybe I can move all the dark oak in a 2x2, and then all of a sudden I have some room, right? Eventually, all of this is going to be the 2x2s instead of the singles, but we'll get there. Right? That's something that I've got planned. But before I do any of that, I think I'm going to run a vault. And I've made this boy here, Chaos Crystal. Yeah, I kind of want to do a Chaos Vault to start off, just to have some funsies. Yeah, let me just do some quick checks, make sure I've diluted and everything. Oh, you may notice I'm a lot lower on gold than I was the last time we streamed. That's because I've been playing with the new potions, right? And each time I change this potion, it's now a stack of gold. So I'm now getting a little low on gold on my person, but I still got plenty in here. So we can always borrow from the storage system if we need to. Yeah, I bought all those a little while ago. So yeah, let's go ahead and get into a Chaos Vault, get started before we come back and do the base upgrades. But here we go. Oh, what is this? Okay. Oh, that's right. They changed the themes now. So a few things they changed if you haven't been keeping up. Now, the themes are random in Chaos Vaults. So every single room and every single hallway is now random theme, which means every room has random mobs. Also, you may notice my timer hasn't started yet. It's still sitting down here in the corner at 29 minutes, and that is just because that's a new thing they changed with Chaos Vaults. Really with all vaults, your timer doesn't start until you cross that door frame there. So it's a great little change that they just made. I'm happy with that one. The other thing they changed with Chaos Vaults is chest spawnage. Chests now spawn randomly, so they're not POI bound in Chaos Vaults. So, well, they're still in POIs, but each POI, like, you would have found a living POI before, you would have found a wooden POI before. Now they're random, so you can get one that's a mixture of all of them, maybe, right? And we did get some void liquid, so we're gonna have to be careful with the void. The dream, Christmas theme, and notice the timer started. The dream would be to find a chaos room. Hello, wild. We didn't even look at our modifiers. We need to do that. Chaos theme ore room would be great, right? So we have 3 wild, good amount of living, ornate, and gilded. Oh, they're gonna be a lot heavier, angrier, and faster. 3 times trapped, I'm not really worried about. So. Alright. Hurdle King, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the channel. Oh, that boy's back there. Get a scare book. This is actually a great POI. So we'll probably be getting a lot more ornate and living. LC Macau, welcome. Thanks for the follow. We'll probably still get wooden quite frequently because they've kind of tied it to the way that the old chests spawned in regular vaults, but the epic POI should be great. Oh, come on. Bruh. You'll notice this used to be an ornate POI with the furnaces here, right? And now it is all wooden. The randomness of chaos. What's up, Ashes? How we doing, bud? Good to see ya. Oh, that is a lot of archers. Was that like 8 archers? At least 4. Champion. That guy hurt. And where you at? Hey, remember, yeah, Dark, check it out and see if you want to join us next season when we restart the server. Dark's going, or Roomba's gonna go AP. There's the Void theme again. Beach theme. Oh, hello. Break, thank you. Yeah, so all you who haven't watched me before, my build, we run a purely attack damage jab build. So I spam javelins and have high attack damage. So I don't use any of the AP skills. The only thing I use is that's AP at all. It's Frost Nova. And that is just so I can proc chilling and get the frostbite. I do have slightly less cooldown because I already got that bounty. Sweet. And for bounties, we're pretty much just picking up ones for Echo because we're late game and we need all the Echo we can get so we can get better tools. So my tools are pretty good. Always room for improvement, though. Yeah, if you guys see treasure doors, shout, because I often miss them, and I have 3 keys on me, so would not mind finding a treasure room. I believe we have Escalium, Tubium, and Upaline keys on us. When I was talking about my build, I left out an important piece. We have high thorns damage also. So occasionally we just kind of face check a couple of mobs, let them kill themselves when they run into me. It's great on the horde mobs because they don't do a lot of damage, they die fast, etc. Yeah, Dark, this is a texture pack. This is Iskal's texture pack, so he's the one that made this pack. Well, him and his team made this pack. And yeah, he has a texture pack that he's optimized, and you can download his settings from his Discord. And it's pretty optimized for this pack. Yeah. That's why I definitely suggest you you come in at the beginning of next season rather than jumping in mid-season. Oh, definitely don't have enough dash for that jump. You'll get there. I know you played version 2 with me a little bit, right? We just never really got super into the vault runs in version 2. Because we didn't play a lot, right? I know you and I had a lot going on back then, so... And version 3 is way different than version 2. It's much more, like, forgiving, I would say. Like, on this server, we play on casual mode. Which means if you die in a vault, you don't lose all your stuff. I occasionally will throw away gold if I die in a vault, just because I'm late game and it feels kind of wrong to save all my stuff, because if I die at this point, it's my fault, not the game's fault, so... Yeah, the Hobbit hole. Ooh. Is this the dark room? Oh, not... I don't like the nether rooms. Yeah, we might just skip this room. Get rid of all the wild mobs first so they don't chase me, but then we'll just skip the room unless I see a good POI. Shh, I don't really. Oh, that was perfect. Hello. Actually, that's all wooden. Yeah, I can kind of just like stand here and let them face check themselves, and they hurt themselves. Why? I'm having such a hard time getting out of this hole. Yeah, that's part of the pack, right? So you'll be able to see the enemy's health. There's a lot to this pack, Ark. You're gonna like it, I think. Especially you being like an FPS kind of guy, and this isn't really FPS, but like it kind of plays like it, right? Care about all those wooden. I'll try to min-max here. Yeah, see, this would have been an ornate POI before. It definitely does. And you'll see if you hang out long enough to see some of the base building stuff, like some of the additional mods that are in the pack that make the pack fun. I don't know if you just realized how far I am from that chest and I was able to reach it. It's some upgrades on my tool for reach. I know there's a guy behind me. He'll kill himself eventually. A lot of guys, actually. I usually do more damage in this, but we got to remember the mobs have about 50% more health because they're all, it's like 3 or 4 times chunky. This is it's a chaos vault though, Dark. So like this isn't the best at like explaining like the basics of the game, because yeah, it's a little different than what the vault would normally be because of all the modifiers. Still haven't seen any doors. Let's go in here. Hey Polly, that's a loaded question. Like what do you like with regards to what, right? Like builds, are we talking like research to go into, knowledge, like with regards to what? Skills and mods. So everyone has a different playstyle, right? There's the benefits of the pack now is that you can really customize your build to your playstyle. So are you more an in-your-face kind of guy, or are you like a ranged kind of guy, or like? More in your face, not ranged. So you're probably going to do better with like an attack damage build, right? So unfortunately, that's going to rely on you to look for a really good sword or axe, depending on your style, right? Axes are slower, but they technically deal more damage. Swords are faster attack. And you can get some pretty good swords, right? Swords are like good with like chaining. It really just depends. Axes, you can get cleave on them, which is a benefit that you can't really get with swords, but chaining is similar. Stores. Working on knowledge. Yeah, so part of the pack changes now is early game you get a free pouch. So I definitely recommend using your pouch for early game storage, and kind of set all that up with the items you would typically get in a vault, at least in the chests, right? Not the junk items, like not the blocks that are decorating the vault, but the stuff from the chest specifically, right? That you care about. So use those pouches, and that's going to help you with storage, a lot. When I first started, they didn't give you a free pouch. You had to research it and get it yourself. They didn't give you a pickup mod. You had to build it yourself, right? And so the game is definitely more friendly to early game players than it was when I started. Yeah, I mean, that's because you're watching me do it with, like, melee, right? You're watching me do it with an attack build, but, like, if I had a, you know, more ranged, more AP build, you could see how it would benefit it. Like, and I do a lot of range damage, right? Like, cause I'm throwing javelins. The biggest problem, like I said, is that these mobs are a lot harder to kill. Like, I can just sit here and pick them off. I want to my javelins. But those mobs are going to be a lot harder to kill because they're way stronger. They can take more damage. Oh, I hate this. I hate this theme. Well, I actually have mixed feelings about this theme because it gives us one of the greatest voice lines in the game when you get the little gingerbread men, but the presents make it impossible to see what chests are what. Yeah, Polly, definitely. Oh no, we might just have to. We might just have to stop with chests. The vault isn't late game. The level of the mobs is late game. We're gonna go to the top. Get rid of this. Can I get to the top from here? Yeah, once I get rid of the wild mobs, we're good. I need to go up there. Give me up, please. This room is good when you have a great hammer. I have actually not gotten this room naturally since I got this hammer. Might find some echo in here. Yeah, this isn't actually vein mining dart. This is my hammer. I'm not using any skill. So like there is vein mining, right? There's the vein miner skill in this game. But when you have a great hammer, you don't really need it. My hammer, you see the shift here. My hammer does a 7x7. And that's without vein miner. Right? If I vein mine, and I can, right? Let me use 3. It does like weird, right? Because of the way the vein miner works, but I pretty much just hold my hammer and just walk. Yeah, there's a jewel that you can put on your tools dart that's called hammering. It's fairly rare, but every time you get it, it adds basically 1 each on each side, right? So you start off with a 1, and then it goes to 3x3, and then 5x5, and I'm at a 7x7. No. No, 7 is not the max. I don't know if there is a max, to be honest with you. You just have to put a new jewel on to make it go bigger. Let's see, we want to go here and go 1. Like, oh, go spot. Yeah, like, we already got the lodestone now. You get it kind of leveled out. It's really, really fast. Yeah, the biggest problem with this room is it's not perfectly level, right? Black opal up there. It doesn't know I'm gonna leave like something good behind. Let's see if I can get up here. Get rid of all this real quick. Definitely want to make sure I at least get the black opal. But I see player gems are great. Gotta be careful on my Dura though. Ah, come on. This guy? Yeah, Polly, get the gems, or get the pouches, right? And then get the upgrades on them, and go from there. Be my recommendation to start off. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh yeah. Yeah, storage is good. Drawers is a good beginner storage system. Also, don't sleep on colossal chests. Colossal chests isn't bad. I actually don't have colossal chests, but it's actually not a bad storage mod. I went simple storage to start out with, and then refined storage, but yeah, everyone's different. If I like when I start over, I probably will not go simple storage at all. I definitely don't recommend doing that. I definitely don't recommend just spamming 2x2s. 2x2s are good for like blocks and stuff. But it depends on how much of items you're going to want, right? Like, there are going to be some items you're going to want more than a handful of stacks on them, right? But then most items, 2x2 is probably fine. Like player gems, I gave them all their own, but I also put them in compacting drawers. The player gems and compacting drawers just make a lot of sense because you're going to end up crafting using the like perfect and the extraordinary versions of them. And so having the game already basically make those for you, it's a big bonus. It saves you a lot of time in the long run. But compacting drawers are expensive. Especially early game, but they are now in mod boxes, which they didn't used to be. So if you get a bunch of mod boxes, like, it'll help. Like, I've gotten like 3 or 4 since they changed the mod boxes out. 3, 4, 5, 6. I think I'm probably gonna move on after I do this run through, unless I see Echo. Really? Messed with my dash. By the way, Dark, if you're still watching, this is not a normal room. This is probably the rarest room in the game. So I just happened to find it on this stream or on this vault. Polly, that's I don't have like a normal time that I always do. It's usually in the evenings, East Coast time, if I do. My schedule's kind of sporadic. I've got a kid, so like I gotta tend to her most of the time, and so I just stream whenever I have a chance, basically. I took a long break because I moved back across the country, but I'm getting back into it now because we're all settled and everything. So yeah, I definitely appreciate you hanging out, and hope you come back. Do we keep going? We're gonna have to go in a minute. We only got a minute left, and we still gotta find. Yeah. Let's just go this way and see if we can find a lodestone. I think I see one already. Nope, maybe not. Lodestone, nope. Yeah, let's go back south. There's one. Still got a minute. We'll greed just a little bit. Not a smart idea in another one. I just want what that dude's gonna drop me. Okay, thank you. Alright, we can go. That was fun. $94,000 XP. That's a lot. We still managed to get 212 chests, even though we stopped and did the mine room about halfway through. Pag. Let's see what we got in the crate. I need to remember to turn my magnet off. And actually, I'm going to grab this too. Anything good? Oh man, I got so much Benny it overflowed. Okay. Let's see, we need to update the junk modifier. That, and that. So Dark, this is the junk controller, right? And so I can basically whitelist items to be junked. So all of these items I've set as junk. This is very expensive to set up. I definitely don't recommend it early game. It takes a lot of echo to get it up to this many slots. I still have one more upgrade that I can do to it, but it's going to take like 50 echo or something. Something ridiculous, but this is fine for now. So essentially all of these items, they void out of my backpack. So whenever I pick them up, they just void. Because they're voided, they don't take durability on my magnet, which is why I can just kind of plow through those rooms, right? But early game, your inventory would be filled up with blocks, right? I got 6 echo. Sweet. I know I got 3 from my bounty, so that means I found 3 in that mine room. It's not bad. Yeah, so Polly, this is what I recommend to do with the player gyms, right? Player gyms you can't actually compact. So if I did this over again, I probably would not put the ores in a chest or in a drawer at all. I would just do the gyms. And that is because late game you kind of realize that there's no point in doing this, right? Once your backpack is upgraded enough that you will never go over 8 stacks of a player gem in a single vault, you don't need to silk touch anymore. You can just fortune the gems, right? All of these though, Biniatai, Echo, Woodedai, like all of these non-player gems, or all of the ones that aren't like Plog gems, right? All the additional ones. These are ones that can be crafted into perfect and extraordinary versions. Those I recommend putting into compacting drawers. That way you don't have to craft those every time. But you'll see I have a mixture. Like I also compacted carbon, I compacted soul dust, right? That's for, I have a system set up so that anytime I smelt something, it automatically, like, or certain items it'll send to the smelter automatically, and then it'll take the dust and put it in here, and then I can see the dust here that I have, or see the shards here. I can make it rain, right? So I can pick up the shards and they'll go straight into my pouch. You know, certain little quality of life things that you can do. I've got a little XP shower over here. I've got a router that basically takes the XP bottles from my system and throws them at me. I use routers for a lot. So I use routers for altar automation, delooting. I used routers to decorate this tower. So these beams that are shooting out of everything are set up with routers. It's just router. Those beams are literally just modular routers shooting items back and forth. And I have randomizers set to make it like go in a weird pattern, but there's a lot of weird things you can do with some of the late game mods. But yeah, storage mods, I'd recommend refined storage. And then for the farming mods, it really just depends, but on what you need. I went Kagerium first. If I had to do it over again, I probably wouldn't go Kagerium first. I'd probably do bot pots first. Also, if I could turn back time a little bit, I probably wouldn't have gone this already. I'd probably have done something like villagers or something. But if this is for SkyVault, and regular overworld mob spawners are supposed to be pretty good. I just haven't played around with it a lot. But you can see here all the things I've unlocked. I used to have all the looting unlocked until they changed the looting, and I have no need to like buy these anymore when I already have these. But yeah, SkyVaults is great. It's a lot of fun. But when beta comes out, we're gonna swap and go to regular. But yeah, I got drawers and I went refined storage. I haven't unlocked the rest of these because I don't really need it. Not right now. But I've also my refined storage. I've got 3 64K discs already, so I can hold 192,000 items outside of my drawers. And basically, if I get more than 1,000 of an item, I try to put it in a drawer. I didn't see any great gems. Just want to look. It's not bad, but it probably won't cut. We only put stuff on our tools at this point when we get it down to 10 size. And we're pretty picky about what we put on our tools. That's a late game problem, not something you should min-max early game. Oh, and I did get some gear. Throw that in there. Oh, save your relic booster packs, by the way, and your relics if you get them, Polly. Don't open them because they're supposed to be changing the way that relics work in like version 12 or 13. Definitely recommend not opening them. They're supposed to change the way like extra time works and all that. So, yeah. And that's okay. It's okay to open them. Like I've opened a lot. I've got all the well, I don't know why I'm coming down here to show you, but you'll see here I've got all the relics like lined up right along here. That's why I get 29 minutes, but I have a bunch of extras too. All right, so this is my extra pouch, and then once they announced they were changing things, that's when I stopped opening them. But right now, they still give you extra time, so it doesn't hurt you to open them. Just know that they might be changing that system, and they might be more useful later. Yeah, we can almost grab them all. So we'll leave those, and we'll do it in 2 waves. New boots. Box boots. Let's see, anything good? We also, I don't keep anything. That's good attack damage, actually, but I don't really keep anything unless it's at least epic. Just because I have really good gear right now. Like, if you look at my gear, like, I've got some pretty good stuff. This one could use an upgrade, but the rest of them are actually pretty good. I got a lot of extra damage on here. My sword is really good. Chilling 5 Cloud is awesome, and it's got a lot of damage, so when I hold my sword, I get 404 damage per second, right? So it's pretty great. Let's do these. Oh, the fox helmet. This one actually looks really cool. No. Not worth keeping. Throw them out. Yeah, I'm very picky on my equipment these days. Tubium. Right now I'm just re-rolling the bounties because I pretty much only go for the echo ones unless there's like a really easy one with a good reward. Like, I will go for chaos occasionally because they're fun. But Tubium still. Not one. That's a good one. We'll do that. Alexandrite's easy to come by. I will do one more vault before I do the base stuff. It's because, Dark, I think it's important for you to see this build on normal damage and not on a Chaos Vault. So you can see like what you can get up to. That Chaos Vault was rough. We'll just grab this one. And I will do another elixir. See, do I need to repair anything? No, we're good. How are my trinkets? Getting low on cufflinks. Okay. Yeah, I'll show you what this build looks like when you actually do damage versus, like, you can compare it to that Chaos Vault we just ran. Soul Surge, that's the, yeah, 100% souls. And the whole vault will be this theme, Dark. It won't change every room like the last one did. And all the mobs will be consistent. Spiders. Magnet back on. You'll see, like, most of them end up just killing themselves before they even get to me. Can't worry about the slime right now. I used to have 100% poison avoidance, so I got really comfortable just not worrying about poison. And then I changed one of my items, and now I take poison damage, and I'm not used to it, and I don't like it. I hate it. Sweet. Maybe you can die. Need a little more mining speed on this. I mean, there's good options for expertise, Polly. Yeah, Dark, there's not PvP in the vaults. Like, there's not like a PvP vault, but there is PvP. Like, if you wanted to fight, like, I could kill you. It's fine. Yeah, Polly, for expertise, I usually make a judgment decision at the time, like based on what my current need is, right? So, like, what are you struggling with, right? And then that would basically judge where I would put my expertise points. I can show you what I put mine into. Trinketer I didn't do until late game. Fortuitous Finesse was also late game. Unbreakable's good, so your gear lasts longer. Fortunate's good. If you're running low on like gems and stuff, I definitely recommend Fortunate. I did Artisan because I do a lot of like gear reforging, and then Jeweler because I do a lot of jewel cutting. But if you looked at this like a month or two ago, it was way different. You can change your expertise, but it requires an item called the Neuralizer. And the Neuralizer can only be found in, I believe, the treasure rooms. So you can get it in treasure rooms with keys. You might be able to craft it. Let me look. Yeah, it's this item here. You can craft it. It just takes an Omega Pog. And Omega Pogs are not cheap. So. Or some friggin' poison. But I wouldn't worry so much about crafting a Neuralizer because you will get some in treasure doors. I think I found one or two. And by the time you need to change them, it'll be late game, right? You'll probably only need to change them once or twice throughout the vault. Throughout your entire run, I would guess. Oh, come on. Stupid guys. Just for that, y'all can fall. Hate those guys. Lots of spiders, man. Oh, good. It wasn't. I thought that was the guy that. Oh. Lag. All right, you can go, please. I thought that was the guy that made your whole screen dark. I hate it. I haven't gone up here yet, right? Nope. There's a door? Which one? I don't have Ashium. I got excited for a second. Thought we were going to get a treasure door. Thank you. So Polly, how are you enjoying the pack so far? Like, you're on level 10, right? So you're relatively new. Like, what do you like about it? Yeah, Dark, and the enemies have different tiers too, that the different tiers unlock the further you get in. So like, as you level up, you'll get like tier 1, tier 2. Like you see these guys are tier 1, and then there's like tier 2 that come like level 25 or something, right? And then like level 50, tier 3 unlocks. Like that guy's tier 2 or tier 3, right? Just gonna do this so I don't have to climb up. He probably says, I played it years ago and just got back on later. I played whenever the only objective was to spawn a boss and kill it. Yeah, I mean, it was like that last version, I believe. Ooh, we might have that door. Hold on. Like, that objective still exists, right? But last version, it was more prominent, right? What do we have here? We do have Tubium, don't we? Yes. Okay, we're gonna do a treasure room. Let's see. We've got a trinket and a knowledge and a chaos. Sweet. You've seen Iskal do that room, and he's so gingerly with it, right? Like, when he does the sand, he'll do it like one at a time with a small pick. And I don't understand. Is this another one? Or is this the Ashen one? That's the Ashen one that we had earlier. I don't understand, like, why not just go ham with the hammer? Unless maybe it glitches or something? I don't know. We already did down here, yeah. Alright, we move on. Challenging room, harder, just open a door is the challenging. Yeah, so there's normal, hard, challenging, extreme, and then impossible. So challenging is right in the middle. It's harder than hard, but easier than extreme. It's pretty hard, yeah. I'll do normal, I'll do hard. I'll occasionally attempt a challenging. But I pretty much always skip the impossible one. Not that I couldn't do it. Like, I could cheese it if I wanted to and definitely, like, beat it. I have enough damage, right? But, yeah. Impossible, they pretty much one-shot you. Let's do this. Get rid of the big boys. Oh, still took it. Hello. Gilded. Like I said, I can do an impossible. I pretty much cheese it if I'm gonna do it, and I try to refrain cheesing them. So I just try to skip impossible unless I don't really care, right? Like if it's a throwaway vault, right? Then maybe, but that was a lot of guys. I love piercing. Thank you. Mana drain to 0. Look and see if you have a modifier. So if you go to the E menu, see if there's something here that a enemy put on you that costs your mana drain It might have been like one of the champions or something that you fought. I've had that happen before. There's one like mining fatigue that I've gotten, and I've had that one stick around even when the timer's at 0. It's like a bug, but I haven't had the mana one happen. Ore room. Side. I think next season, though, I am probably going to try out AP builds. This whole season I did AD, and AP looks like fun. So I'm going to probably try it out next season. Maybe do a Fireball build or the Stomp build. The Stomp build's fun. I've seen Iskall do it, and kind of fits my playstyle, so I might try it. Down to the bottom, boink. Hi. Babies. Yeah, there is Dark. It's kind of in conjunction with the Frostbite build that I've got. Like where you can freeze mobs and then they'll get frozen and then you can break it. That's kind of the build I'm running, but not 100%, right? Like I do a lot of 80 damage with it. Also thought about maybe going the Poison Nova build next time, because that one looks fun. That one's basically like you proc poison and let the poison spread, so that all the mobs basically just die from clouds of poison. Yeah, there's a couple, right? I think, what is it? There's, what's the one here? Blizzard Arrow. So you can shoot an arrow, and what'll happen is a storm will appear in the air, and then it'll start like raining icicles on the mobs. That's an AEP build. Big slime. I do like that the slime poison damages the other mobs too. It's kind of funny. Like he's supposed to be their friend and he turns his back on them. Yeah, Dark. There's also like a Smite Archon skill that you might like. It's more for like the pacifist style, where essentially you cast it, and any mob in your vicinity, like lightning, just starts striking them. So you can just kind of like run past them, and it'll strike them. It does require a lot of mana to hold up, but it's kind of cool. It's good if you have a lot of thorns too, right? Die. I'd love to find a mushroom room. I'm not gonna go up. I hate upstairs in that room. Not fun. Like dance around a border. Gilded balloon. Let's see. Mobs that spawn. Do this. Yeah, and Dark, they're co-op vaults too, right? So like, you and I could run the same vault together. And they've made it so that level scaling works. So, like, if you and I ran the same vault, like, yeah, all the mobs I would fight, like, if you're lower level than me, for example, all the mobs I would fight would be lower level. But I would still, like, all my gear would essentially be scaled to your level, but all of the XP and stuff, I would still get XP. I wouldn't lose XP, right? They originally had it so that if you ran lower level vaults, like up to a certain threshold, you wouldn't get XP and you couldn't get coins and like just certain things, but they changed that. And this is a great change, honestly. Almost done with this elixir. Feels slow on this vault, but I know I'm talking and explaining things too, so. There's a lodestone here, we'll just rebind to it. Wins. And gilded dungeon. Now, I haven't found any like real dungeon doors over the last two vaults. It's just weird. I usually find a bunch. Yeah. Like a gilded room. This one? I did. Nothing like going into an ore room or an ore POI from the back door. This ore room. Ah, fell through the hole. Missing that extra cooldown. What is this song? Weird playlist. Well, we at least got the lodestone. Or the elixir, rather. Monster kills. See if there's at least 18 mobs in here. Probably not. There's one. Let's just see how fast they can kill themselves. I'll just heal. Go ahead. Didn't get the 18. How close did I get? $15. 3 away. And we're out of mobs in here, but I did miss a Lammer. Here's slime. Oh well. Not that worried about it. Is that living there? Nope. The dart. This is the first time you've really seen the full thing, right? Like, so what are you thinking? Are you liking it? Are you interested in playing next season? Might get lost. Yeah, that's okay. We are here to help. Yeah, don't worry so much about getting lost. Worry about having fun. It's ultimately all that matters, right? Fighters. Slimeys. I guess the real question is, like, did you get that computer issue fixed? I know you were getting the... Oh, we got 4 minutes. We can do this. Sorry, blacksmith room's a great room. Yeah, did you get that PC issue fixed that you were having? Got everything on this floor. We'll go up first. Would you please? Thank you. Be great to get another trinket in here. I know we got one in the treasure room, but never against a trinket. Oh no. Probably try to log out and log back in and see if that fixes it. I've never seen the 0 mana thing before. Worst case scenario, like, go on the Discord and report it. It's got to be something with the new update, right? Because I've never seen that before. Anything else on this floor? Nope. Go up one more. Then after this, we got to go to that lodestone and get out. Got a little bit of fruit, so if we run a little long, we'll be all right. It's only like 1 or 2 rooms away. Oh, I missed one down. Can't miss ornates. Alright, we are going this way. Do you have any mods unlocked, Polly? Like, don't open the mod box if you haven't unlocked any mods. Because you'll just get nothing. When you go to simple storage, does it say it gives you any items? There you are. So, they've made it now that it tells you. Like, simple storage. Yeah, see, it doesn't say adds items to mod boxes. Drawers does. So if you've got drawers, you could get some items. You might get the compacting drawers out of it. That was kind of lame. But whatever. Yeah, so you could definitely get drawers. And I think the only thing drawers really has... Let me see. Hold on. I think I've only really gotten those framed compacting drawers. So if maybe I got this framed drawer controller too. So you can get some pretty good stuff with drawers. Yeah, good. You can try it. You'll get something, right? You'll get one of these items. But I think all I've ever gotten is the compacting drawers and stuff. Well, you can get the upgrades too. I have gotten some storage upgrades. We didn't get all the Alexandrite. That's okay. Oh, forgot to do that. Alright. Take this. Basically all the blocks of junk. You got upgrades. Hey, I mean, upgrades are free. Like, they're not cheap. I mean, depending on what upgrades you got, right? Like, I think I got a 5 and 1, which is 4 black chromatic. Which one did you get? Did you get like the 3 or something? A blank one. So you got, okay. You got this, the template. So the template is used to make these, right? So, I mean, template's actually pretty cheap, so it's not great. You get 4 for 2 steel. But hey, it saves you a couple steel. Something's better than nothing. I already did this, right? Yeah. Reminds me, what do I got? I got 17. We could open them. And let me turn my magnet off. Let's see. So you can get disk drives, void upgrades, gearboxes, storage 1, energy queues from power. There's an external storage for refine, depot from create, mechanism tier installer, a 1K storage disk, blaze burner, speed upgrade, gearbox, nullifier. Thanks, Doc or Dark. Thanks for hanging out, man. We'll catch you later. More energy cubes, sawmill. I mean, not too shabby, right? Let me look at my jewels, see if I got anything good that I want to cut. That's not going to make it. That's not going to make it either, but it's good. I don't think I need trap disarm anymore. I think I have 100%, so I think we're good. Hammer. Nah. Just send it to the storage. We are going to roll this trinket, and we got a lost bounty too. I didn't even see that. We must have got that from a champion. Bleed a scav hunt and get an opportunistic. It's not bad. I mean, the 43,000 is probably the best part of this, and the opportunistic, but the rest of it's kind of meh. Okay. Welcome back, Polly. See if we get a new one. Nope. I've already got Ender Anchor. And I haven't even used it. Sweet. I think I'm going to smelt these two extra ones down. Hold on, which one has more? This one has more. Let's keep that. Smelt the extra ones down, get the scrap. Take the scrap, put it in my storage. That way I can make 3 more later. Sure. Decent amount of gear. Nothing great though. Did get a pod and a couple key pieces. Send all of that. Let's grab the Scrappy Boys first. Ooh, Omega from Scrappy. It's this one, right? In this AP, I'd want to re-roll it. It's a better tier than what I have now, though. I mean, I'd have to basically just do everything from scratch, but we're definitely going to keep it. We get an Omega shield, too? Heck yeah. Oh, perfect. I'm glad to hear that, Polly. Yeah, we're going to keep those two. And warp. Where's warp? Is that one of the new skill changes they did for the dash? Is that, like, warp? Yeah, that's like the new teleport one. Or it's not new, but they changed the name of it. We get rid of all of those, keep the legendaries. Or the Omegas, I mean. Honestly, we can get rid of some stuff in here, too. Like, if I have anything below... Okay, we can get rid of the rare boots. Throw these in here. Why does it do that? I've noticed if you have the brew on your hand and then go into it, it starts drinking it. It's weird. It didn't used to do that. I used to use the potion all the time as my clicker. It's weird. Alright, we do have more to open though. Grab the commons. Probably used all my luck for the day on those 2 Omegas in the single roll. Yeah. Don't care about any of those. Get rid of them. I actually just scrapped a pretty decent magnet, but only had 2 modifiers, so. Rare. It's all rare. And no legendaries. So it's all junk. Alright. We don't have a ton of time, so let's try and do the base stuff that I said I was gonna do. I want this. to go where? Actually, do that. And we're gonna do all of the walnut together. The only reason I did that is so that I don't accidentally, like, if you mine it with a pickaxe, you end up grabbing an item or two out of it. So throwing the flamerang at it, or pickerang, or whatever you have, prevents that from happening. Just a little tip. Then we want to grab, I have any 2x2s. I have one already made up. Those are framed. I can reframe those. And these are framed too. I can reframe these. Let's see. I've got the osseous and then the deep slate. So I need 3 deep slate and 1 osseous. Let's do this one. It's these, then plastic. It's these. We need 3 of these, and then I need the deep slate tiles for there. Just throw these back in. I did that completely backwards, by the way. I needed 3 tiles and 1 osseous. It's my dark herp. They card me at the movie, still got the look. That there, and you go here. And I don't have a lock, so of course. You get my key. Throw those in there, not to worry about it. Alright, yeah, so what we're going to do is we're going to throw all of these blocks into one of these, so I need to upgrade. And I'll grab that one. And we'll do that one here. Those. Just empty them out. Just let our system put it all back in. There we go. Now we've got these for later. Oh, actually, these. Actually, yeah, none of them had upgrades in them. We're good. I'm not going to move any more drawers tonight, but what I am going to do is set up my router to shoot some of those new items into here from my treat farm I made earlier. So things first. Oh crap. We got 3 things. I need apples too, right? Need apples. Grab those. I'll need a couple more upgrades, but we're gonna just automate this bad boy. And we'll do this one here. So apples can go there. Saplings can go there. You can go there. And I probably already have sticks somewhere, but we'll do that. And honestly, yeah, we'll have to shoot them all back into here later. But that's okay. I can do that with a router later. Right now, I just want to get it organized. What's this? Why I have an oak sapling in here. And sticks there too. Yeah, probably fine to just leave sticks in both of these drawers. Like, I think that's okay. And then, yeah, we'll do this here. This here. And that there. And then grab upgrade. Hold on. This was the Osseous one, right? Let's grab this one and throw it there for now. We can use that for something later. Key. And upgrades. Need to make a couple of these. And void. So we need a void there and a void here. And then we'll just do 128 stacks of each. Should be plenty. We'll leave the sticks there for now. And now I need to do the router stuff. So we need a router. We need a puller Mark II. We need a Cinder Mark II. Actually, I need 2 puller Mark IIs. Cinder. And I need range upgrade for router. How many do I have? 5. Probably need more. Let's do... That's plenty. I need speed upgrade for router. That. And stack upgrade. And we need some better silk. Alright, let's just make all of this. You'll see all the router stuff that I have set up. When you hold a router, I use these things everywhere. They're OP. So I want to take... Well, we're going to just take this and put it right here. And I actually need a camouflage upgrade. I might actually have to move it because of the slab thing, but we'll see. Camouflage. Hey, there we go. I can even walk over it. Routers is just so good. All right, so what we want to do is we want to pull from here. Can I? Well, let me because it's moving. I can't bind it to that. Well, I was hoping I could do it. Actually, I wonder if I do something like this. Stop it. Stupid thing. I found like this thing's glitched pretty bad. But I should now be able to do this. Let me see if it'll let me do this now. Yeah. So now that chest is bound. So let's see. I need to blacklist. Blacklist saplings. Yeah, we'll have to upgrade that. Speed and stack. Alright, and then we also need... That's awesome, dude. I'm glad. It's an exciting thing when you finally get all the things working the way you want it to. Now this one I want to pull from here. And we want to blacklist these. We'll put these here. And then this is where I need the range, right? So I need this, do this. And I think I also need a speed augment too. Maybe not. Let's, now I want to bind this. Here. And then throw this in there. Please. Out of range. I have like a max. Maybe not. Hold on. Can I throw more in here? More? I really can't do more? It's 24. Maybe I gotta use a Mark III. It's probably like just far enough that I have to go Mark III. That's ridiculous, but whatever. I'll do what I must. Actually. Please. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back. Sorry about that. We're back. My wife called me real quick. So, all right, let's try the Mark III. This is supposed to send across dimensions, so range upgrade shouldn't be needed here. If I bind that there, and then do this. There we go. Now, why is it showing it sending straight? I guess that's just the way it does because it's sending it. So now if I go in here, all of these should be empty except for, you know, saplings. Which we might be able to filter so that like it keeps some saplings, but not all. I'll have to figure out if there's a way to do that to like restrict it. Come on. Let's sleep so these guys will be them. Right now, I'm not that worried about it. Let's just make sure it made it into the system, I guess. That's the thing. So it should have. Yeah, there you go. You got 29 stacks of logs, 2 stacks of apples. Sweet. And then we want to do the silencer, too, or the muffler. Sorry. So we don't see those lines. Put that in the router and we should be good. Now, I'm curious if this works while it's moving, though. Otherwise, I'm going to have to... Oh. Let's try it. Let's see. Let's just watch it. Is it going to wait till it like gets right around? It might actually, right? It might wait until it circles around because it's looking for a chest at this specific coordinate here. So like, this one will happen first. Let's just look if it does. Otherwise, I might just have to stop it every once in a while. Yeah, I'm probably going to have to stop it every once in a while. Let me pull these out. Do this. See if that worked. I didn't see the beam. Could be because of the glitches here. Let's try this. Yeah, okay, so it did work once I got rid of it. So yeah, I'll have to stop it occasionally. I don't know. Can you like send redstone signals to this to make it start and stop? I'll have to be able to do that. Otherwise, I might actually have to do the kissy kissy thing. I didn't really want to. But I guess with the kissy kissy, I could essentially make it so that it, like, one revolution stops, empties everything, right? And then the good thing about the way this thing works is I could basically have it send, I don't need to blacklist the saplings, right? Because it's going to replant the saplings as it goes. And if I'm only stopping it every once in a while. Yeah, let's do that. Let's get rid of the blacklist, right? Of both of these. So I don't need saplings in the chest because those are going to constantly be planted until it gets back to its stop point. And then I just have to make sure that I shut them off every now and then so that it empties all the things. And it empties pretty quick. So like that's already done, right? And then I can turn it right back on. Yeah. See, that one's done, right? So I just gotta find a way to stop it occasionally. Like, for a split second. And let it empty. Like, I don't know. Once an hour would probably be sufficient. Probably. I don't have one specific for me. We do have one for this server, right? So members of the server have one. I don't have one specific to me yet. I'm still relatively new into the streaming game, so... but when I do set one up, I'll definitely hook it up to my Twitch. That way, you know, you guys can hop on and message me. Alright, so I think that's fine. And then if I want to change out the tree type, I can later. I don't think I need more than 2. Yeah, this is working. Sweet. Yeah, Polly, why don't I just show you around my base real quick before I do have to go here in a couple minutes. But down here used to be all of my farms. Like I had all my manual farms. I had melon and pumpkin, and I had sugarcane and bamboo and all of that kind of stuff. I've recently cleared all this out because I'm going to move all of my create stuff down here. And starting with these, right? What I have create-wise is down here. And this one's not running right now, but essentially this is a bit of everything, right? So it's a cobblestone generator that, you know, produces gravel, produces sand, produces iron, all that kind of stuff. There's a bulk haunter built into it. There's a bulk smelter built into it. I've got a mixer built into it. Like this side just does like cobble and gravel and stuff, and then this side over here is the side that does the iron. So you'll see here, like when I run this, like these two will run different directions. So like half of the stone goes that way, half goes that way. It's a pretty nifty system. I can, if I just want to like bulk smelt stuff, I've added this chest here that I can dump stuff into. If I want to manually add items that I want it to like run through the washing setup, because it's a washing setup here, I can put them into this chest, right? So it'll crush them and wash them and duplicate stuff. And putting stuff in this chest shuts off the cobblestone generator, so that there's not cobblestone generating while it's doing those items. So it's kind of nifty. It's pretty compact too, but I'll eventually move all of that down there. And then is all my animal pins and stuff that I don't really use anymore, early game stuff. And then this tower I recently built. This is where I keep all of my fun stuff. So this is my bot pot area. I'm working my way towards getting every item that you can get in bot pots in here. So I've already like mapped them all out. The only one I haven't gotten yet is tall grass. And that's because tall grass can't really get naturally except for village chests, right? And it's specifically an acacia village. Now we're in SkyVault, so you know there's no acacia village, but because of the way our world generated, we do actually have regular terrain. If I scroll out quite a ways, there's regular terrain way out here. It's going to take a while to load, but there's regular terrain, and of course now it's going to lag my computer because it's trying to generate all the stuff. Good figure. I hope it doesn't crash my Minecraft. I try not to look at this map, but it was fine until I generated like a bunch of the world. I went out and found it, but essentially there's world out there. And then, come on, hurry up. The map is definitely freezing my client. So sorry. Trying to get it back. Give me a sec. I think I scrolled too far out and tried to generate too much at one time. It's probably tanking my PC memory. Alright, give me a second. I am going to restart Minecraft. Sorry. Yeah, so the next season we're gonna do essentially when Vault Hunters goes into beta. Right now they're in update 11, and then update 12 they're working on. Update 12 is supposed to launch at the end of this month, and then after update 12 they're going into beta. Right, and so on beta launch, that is when we're going to launch a new season and start over from scratch. Sorry about that. My daughter just popped in to tell me about a new movie she wants to go see when it comes out. Yeah, Polly. So what I can do is I don't run the server myself, right? So I'm just a member. Roombra, who's on the server, or was on the server, I don't know if he's still on right this second. I'll let you know when I get back on. Him and another guy named Genie, the two of them run the server. They pay for it. They're the admins of it, right? And so they're in charge ultimately of who comes on the server. But they are open to new members joining, so I wouldn't see it being a problem. We would just have to basically get you in touch with Genie and then let them make the final decision, right? But I'm sure they'd love to have you on. They are looking for people to join them for the next season, at least active people. All right, we have some members on our server that aren't super active today, and so we're not sure if they're going to want to join for the next season. So yeah. All right, Roombra is still on. Let me bring back up the live screen. I'm slowly but surely getting back into the game. I promise I won't pull up the map this time as we're going through the rest of my base setup. But just know, like, super far out, there is world generation in our server because of the way that Roombra and Genie had to get it loaded for our multiple islands. When we started this was before they had the server files all worked out. So we've kind of hacked this together a little bit. But yeah, so all the things, I'll eventually get to Tallgrass. And then up here, so one floor up is my cagerium setup. So I've got all the cages, and I've got mapped out like the different things that I want to get. This is my crown jewel here, my wither. I need to actually add more into this because I'm basically just voiding, and I've got stacks just sitting in here now. But yeah, I've got all the stuff. And then up here, I haven't moved anything up here yet, but I eventually was going to clear out that whole other side where the pins and stuff were, move them up here, put all my mechanism stuff here, put all my thermal stuff here. If you listen carefully, you can hear all the pistons firing. The pistons are on the roof. Those actually control my tower. So all the lighting and stuff. Let me grab an elytra and I'll show you how that works, if you're interested. Actually, let me just grab the wing trinket. That way I can keep all my stuff on. Wrong. Yes. Yeah, so I essentially set up a little randomizer up here, right? There's just a little hopper clock. I've only got like 2 or 3 items in here, right, to make it fire pretty quick. This side fires every other pulse of this thing. So you'll notice every other pulse, the line goes out. This side is every single pulse. So you'll see like every time it flicks every single time. And what this is doing is essentially, this is a randomizer, and these are randomizers, right? And so the randomizer makes it so one signal goes in and splits it out. And then I've got wireless redstone on these, right? So the wireless redstone is basically triggering modular routers that are inside of these crystals, right? So inside of them, I've got routers with items, right? And they have wireless, the links, they have the receivers on them. And those are set to pulse mode. So every time this fires, it sends one pulse, right? And that's what causes these to like look like they kind of trigger in a random order. Now these beams going up here, I've set these to go on always, right? So there's a router there at the top, and if you look closely inside, you can see the router in the middle there, right? All of these are set to always tick. So, and if you look closely in the beam, you can see the items fire, like going back and forth through the beam. You'll see like them shooting. And that's just because the router is set to always fire. So it's constantly sending the items back and forth. And then the ones down there are just doing it once a tick, essentially, or every other tick. It's randomly picking one. And that's how I made the beams work. You'll see here, like, this is the router. I've just used camouflage upgrade on it. And it's just sending one lime gelatin up and down. That's all it's doing. And then inside these, I've got routers set inside of there. You can't really see them because I've got camouflage on them. But those are set with wireless links. You can see the redstone link there kind of through the gelatin. And there's one there too. And so those are just set with unique signals. Dicey. And so this is my main storage, and then this is basically my crafting station, or all the stations here, right? So I've got all the things. My jewel setup, I have jewels in their own refined storage setup just so I can search for them, right? And be like hashtag mining. And see all the jewels that have mining on it if I want to, and not have to take up room in my storage system. And then this is basically just where they're stored, and this is where my modular router sends the jewels for my backpack so that they go into the system automatically. And then down here, I barely go down here, but I got my artifact wall, and then I've got my mechanism stuff basically down here. So I haven't really done a lot of thermal yet. I was using mechanism for a lot of things. I've got XNet running this stuff too, but I don't use it very often. Just when it comes up in a crystal, essentially. Yeah, that's my base. On our server, we've got a few people, right? And I'll show you our spawn. So spawn, I set up a mob farm here for everyone, and then Roombra set up some like iron farms and stuff for people that anyone can grab. There's a little ice farm here. And then we've got our hub that really is underutilized, but penguin. So yeah, this is our hub. This is where like all of everybody comes in, and then there's like a warp room to go to everyone's bases, right? So when a new player joins, these are actually invisible pressure plates. And you can walk in and step on them, and it'll take you to everyone's bases, basically. Of course, if you go to someone's base, you have to be able to get back, so we tell people, like, don't go to people's bases until you've unlocked waystones or something. Some of us have put warp plates that take us back to spawn, just for in case a new member messes up, right? I can go here and, hey, it's my base again, right? But I put this little warp plate here, so if someone messes up, they can get back here. It takes them back here automatically. So, yep, that's the gist of, oh, I almost forgot the area I never go to anymore. This is my old school mob farm. I had a mob farm here when I first started the server. Now the only thing in here is glow squid because I've flooded it. I had a mini iron farm that I'm not using anymore. And then this is a stonewing farm. So all the stonewings, only thing that can spawn in here is bats and stonewings. But yeah, you basically grab a glow shroom and walk around, and then they'll come to you. You can get hearts of diamond. That's basically it. Not a lot to it. It's simple. I haven't done a ton of like big builds. I've basically just been working on farms and stuff in my base. Yeah, some people have built some pretty cool bases. Like I think Plost has like a big castle back here and stuff that he's worked on. He never textured it because he got busy and didn't get to come back and texture it, and then he shared an area with a couple other people who built their stuff over here. But yeah, I think when the server, like when we reset, we're gonna do regular terrain generation instead of SkyVault, and then we can do more community stuff. Right now we're all just kind of disjointed because our islands are kind of far apart and everyone really does their own thing. So next season is going to be more fun, I think. Be a lot more community stuff. Oh, I forgot. Genji's got great base. Genji did a lot. Like, if you look on the mini map, you can kind of see Genji's got like this whole area set up. It looks pretty good. And then, yeah. Lots of people did some good stuff early game. Just it's not been very active lately. You know, real world, everyone's got stuff to do. It's kind of like the SMP, and in that way, like we were very active at the beginning, and it's kind of died off towards the end. Only a handful of us are still left, but or still active, I should say, today. Yeah, I think that's gonna do it for me. My wife's on her way home. We got to do dinner. Kids got to get a bath. All that good stuff. That keeps me busy, but yeah, I appreciate everyone hanging out today. Definitely come back. If you haven't followed, please consider doing so. And yeah, we'll stream again hopefully in the next day or two. And I hope everyone has a great night. Catch you later. Goodbye.